good.
10 minutes away from the tip-off here tonight in Summit. Another big game. Well, it's a big weekend for the Aberdeen Christian Knights. Matthew Robach joins us. Hey, Coach, here we go. This is the meat of the schedule. We start with Waubay Summit tonight, undefeated, and then off to the Corn Palace. So, how are you going to get some prep in before the trip to Corn Palace tomorrow? Are you going to come home and then have a walkthrough and hit the bus?
Yeah, it's definitely been kind of a different week. Just because having one day to prepare for two good teams is not necessarily ideal, but that's something that every team's going to be challenged with at least at some point, especially in the state tournament if you make it. And so we just kind of take it one day at a time and do some walkthroughs. But the nice part is I have a veteran group and they're able to kind of make adjustments on the floor even by themselves. And so we feel good about our game plan going into both games.
Yeah. No doubt. Rematch of the Constellation semis last year. I'm sure your guys haven't forgotten about that here with Waubay Summit, a game they would have liked to have won, of course, to get better than the 7th place, and Waubay Summit got 5th, so right?
Right, correct.
Waubay Summit moving to Class A, you have a bunch of seed points available tonight. Boy, I want to say, 52 if you win tonight?
Yeah, I believe so. They haven't lost, and like you said, them going to Class A, so a really, really good opportunity, and you could maybe say biggest game of the year so far for us.
No doubt. Now, they lose the big kid in the middle. I know they're undefeated. They're still playing kind of a Class B schedule. Are they a better team or about the same? What would you say, Matthew, with this club this year?
It's hard to say. Every year brings new challenges. And they're a team that, they kind of thrive with Opdahl, Johnson, and the Wallaber's really been playing well. So, you can't count out any of the guys from the benches. They've been a winning program for a number of years here, and there's a reason why. So we're not taking anything for granted, and we're just kind of focused on trying to play our best game tonight.
You feel like you're playing better game by game, Coach?
Yeah, if I could give Oaks a thank you card and a gift card to a gas station or something, I would for really kind of waking us up. We were really frustrated how that Saturday went a couple weeks ago, and it just kind of flipped the switch in our minds, and we really feel like we've been playing our best basketball these last 3 games.
The only real tough test, other than Oaks, with a winning quality team was Lower Brule, so Waubay Summit and White River and Warner coming up, and Northwestern and Del Rapids, Ipswich, Roncalli, Groton. You're really going to get into some really good ones here in the next 6 weeks.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be challenging, especially as mid-January, early February comes along. That's kind of when teams are supposed to start playing their best basketball, and when the teams that are going to be making it to the state tournament kind of show that they're going to be there or be around in the Sweet 16 and so we just got to make sure that we keep doing our job and coming to practice hungry and coming to the games hungry. And I think if we can continue to stay focused and bring energy, the shots will fall and we'll be able to get the results that we want.
No injuries, no nothing so far, right? Now everybody's been healthy.
Yeah, for the most part. We lost Joey Johnson for the first couple of 3 games because of his back. So he's kind of been dealing with that. And so we wanted him to kind of play some JV this year, but with the kind of his back issue, he's just been a straight varsity player, and I was really happy with the minutes he gave us the other night versus Faulkton. So, and then Connor Furman also kind of rolled his ankle that first game, so he didn't play the first 3 games. And Lower Brule was actually his first game back, and so besides those 2, we are healthy.
Opdahl, obviously, he's on the cover of the Hanson Anderson with Malik Weaker. You could make cases for other guys, I think. Does Jackson get that assignment all night, or do you rotate through him?
It's probably something that you feel out during the game. We had talked about it with the guys just because I value their opinion. And so Jackson's going to be talking to us as the coaching staff the whole game, letting us know how he feels. And then Caden Clark also, who's kind of our leader defensively, is going to be talking to us as well. So we'll talk to the players, kind of see how it goes. But I feel like we really do have a few bodies that we can throw on them. And we definitely don't want to just say, Jackson, don't play offense tonight, because he's a great offensive player, and he's shown that the last few games. So we'll just kind of take it by ear. And the nice part is we have a good bench, and they're going to be ready to go if called upon.
Somebody's going to be undefeated when it's all over, stay undefeated. Are you going to attack them right from the get-go on the inside with your advantage in height maybe this year, or are you going to stick to the game plan, or are you going to run them up and down the court? What kind of a game do you expect tonight?
Honestly, it's tough to say. I saw, Waubay is throwing some zone in. They've ran some 2-3 zone the last couple 3 games, and then they also play man. So it kind of depends on what they're going to do to us. We try to pride ourselves on being able to play any type of game. So if we can get up the floor and get easy layups, we'll try to. And if we can, pound it down inside, or maybe we just have it going from behind the arc tonight. So I kind of leave it up to the players what we're going to be, attacking, just making sure that we're making good decisions and we're using each other the best way we can.
Very good. Well, good luck tonight, Coach. All right, we're just about ready here in Summit for the starting lineups. Good evening. Rob Waltman with Talmadge Econger, our executive producer and mini producer behind the camera tonight. What a matchup here tonight in Summit. A battle of unbeatens, which would once be a Region 1B battle, now Class A, Waubay Summit this year. Nonetheless, both clubs come in undefeated. Summit, though, not ranked in the Class A rankings, but of course Aberdeen Christian is number 2, and they'll see number 1 tomorrow night at the Corn Palace, White River. So the meat of the schedule has started here for the Knights, and they'll start it off with Waubay Summit, a team that defeated them in the Class B tournament last year. Summit finishing 5th, I should say, and the Christian Knights a disappointment, 7th last year. What a rematch this is going to be tonight. Welcome on in to our live cast streaming on HubCityRadio.com. To the starting lineups we go for Waubay Summit. They'll start it this way. Jackson Wallaber, saw a lot of him last year, 5'9" guard. Damon Opdahl on the cover of the Hanson Anderson with Malik Weaker. He's a good one, 6'1" and a senior. Jared Purdy is a 6'1" forward. Dylan Rumsey is a 5'10" sophomore, and Jonathan Johnston, a senior, has some length inside. He's 6'3", and that's the way the Waubay Summit Mustangs will start it tonight. Coming in 10-0, now Class A basketball. The head coach is Mark Amdahl. For the undefeated Knights, ranked number 2 in Class B, they start the same way they have all season long. Caden Clark, 6'3", inside. Malik Weaker outside at 6'1". Ethan Russell, a senior, 6'7", with Jackson Isaacson, a 6'3" senior, and Andrew Brennan, a 5'10" senior. The Knights are coached by Matt Rohrbach. As we said in the pregame, somebody will remain undefeated. But if you look at the schedules, both of these clubs, you can honestly say, haven't really played anybody, really. However, Christian has played Lower Brule, obviously a good team. For the Mustangs, who have they played? Canastota, that's it. Everybody else below 500. Both clubs have really, really tough games coming up to finish out the next 4, 5, 6 weeks here of the basketball season. And it starts tonight here for the Knights with a really tough weekend. White River tomorrow. They have a host of winning teams ahead on their schedule, but you know the Knights, they're not concerned. They are absolutely not concerned. Why are they rated number 2? Because they're really, really good. And we're going to find out who the number 1 team is in Class B tomorrow night at the Corn Palace. 7 o'clock is the tip-off. White River and Aberdeen Christian. You can stream it online. Here we go, ready for the jump. Ethan Russell winning it over Damon Opdahl. And we're off and running here in the Summit Gymnasium. Brand new about 3 or 4 years ago. Oh, it's a nice one here. I've never been in here. It's quite a step up from the Waubay gym. Weaker being defended by Wallaber. They go right into Caden Clark, man for man here for the Mustangs. Clark pivoting, rotating, off the window, no good. And the rebound by Opdahl. 6'1" Opdahl can shoot it, drive it, and jump. He is an all-around player like Malik Weaker and Jackson Isaacson. Of course, a all-stater in Class B a year ago. Now a drive to the hole, Wahlberger. Nice help defense by Ethan Russell to cut it off baseline. Opdahl has it in his hands for the first time. Jackson Isaacson, that assignment, stops at the free throw line. Nothing to do with it. Gives it up to Rumsey. Shot clock rolling now at 6. Backdoor slip underneath Russell with a push. His first foul. Ethan Russell defending Purdy, going to the hole. Going to be 2 shots here. And Russell has been rung up for his first here tonight. There are 3 undefeateds remaining in Class B basketball as we enter this one tonight. Christian, Northwestern, Wolsey, Wessington, all are in action tonight. Wildcats have Leola Frederick trying to stay undefeated, and they lead in the seed points, however. going into tonight overall in Class B, but I think that'll change tonight. 52 seed points available here for a win over a Class A school for Aberdeen Christian. 1 of 2 from the free throw line for Purdy. And that is our score a minute into this contest. Weaker using a high screen and roll. Caden Clark does not roll. Weaker goes to the left side to Brennan. Now gets it back, wants to drive from the right side of the paint. It is blocked cleanly out of bounds. Opdahl. It stays with the Knights underneath. What a battle it was at the State B a year ago. What a battle it was over in Waubay a year ago. And Brent Econger threw down 3 monster jams. That was a game down to the wire. Jackson posting up, left hand good. First bucket by the Knights. Jackson Isaacson in the block using the left hand and the glass. Nicely done. And here comes Opdahl feeding Purdy. Up top, Wahlberg. He's only 5'9", Weaker defending him. There's a baseline open. Taken is Rumpsey, and he airballs it over to Weaker, and he comes the other way right to left. Weaker, Opdahl, good matchup there. Up to Russell. He has yet to shoot. Behind his back, wants to go down the lane. Spinning left to right. And blocked by the rim. Taken back by Waubay Summit. And a 2-1 lead. It stays here for the Knights. Just a field goal by Isaacson. Opdahl's first jumper is short on the rim. No good. Long rebound taken by Wahlberg. He'll drive and dish. Opdahl will try another 3. That's long off the heel. Gets another rebound here for Waubay Summit. Baseline left open is Purdy. Fresh shot clock, and Opdahl has it again. Brennan picking up now in the corner. 2 good looks for Opdahl. 1 short, 1 long. Wahlberg driving on Russell. Big advantage there. And Andrew Brennan with the reach in. Couple of fouls here early on Aberdeen Christian. Waubay Summit defeated Castlewood in the B last year, finishing 5th. And Christian finishing 7th after that loss to the Mustangs at the Barnett Center. So coming in off the bench early, Connor Furman, a 6'5" sophomore. Inbound, Opdahl, his 3rd long ball. It's way long. Air ball. Weaker off and running, has Clark to his left. He'll take it and draw the foul, and free throws for the All-Stater here early on. Interesting affair here tonight. Both teams feeling each other out, and this looks like this is going to be quite a basketball game. Weaker goes to the free throw line. Foul is the first on Jonathan Johnston, and Weaker drains it. 3-1 lead for the Knights. White River 1, Christian 2, DeSmit 3, then Lower Brule and Castlewood. Nothing's really changed during the course of the season. 1 out of 2 for Malik Weaker, 3-1 advantage. Faith still getting votes. They lost to Hot Springs a week ago for their first defeat, a Class A school. There's 6 or 7 Class A schools still undefeated, and Waubay Summit is one of them, but they're not getting any votes in the top 5 at all. They have low seed points in Class A. Now a drive inside, and if that's Ethan Russell, that is his 2nd foul, folks. Russell, I think, just got tagged for number 2. He did. So up off the bench is brother Ellis. And that's going to change the complexion of this ball game early with Russell in early foul trouble. Furman is in now. Russell comes in for Russell. Purdy hits the free throw. Tries to tie it here. Just 1 field goal in the ball game. And by Isaacson. 1 out of 2 by Jared Purdy. Rebounded by Connor Furman. So Russell is out at the 5-minute mark, first quarter. Jackson, free throw line jumper, in and out. No good. And Opdahl comes out of there with it. Furman had it for a minute. Chance to take the lead here early for Waubay Summit. Opdahl defended by Furman. 6'5" against 6'1". Now driving is Johnston, and another whistle. And that's going to be Caden Clark this time. So Waubay Summit being very aggressive, driving on these Knights. And it's working so far. 4 fouls on the Knights. Just 1 here for the home team early. And Jackson Isaacson comes out. Joey Johnson comes in. 3 deep early, which is not unusual, but early foul trouble here for these Knights. Opdahl, his 4th 3, this one short. He's ice cold right now. Weaker comes up with the rebound. 4:33 to go in the first quarter. 3-2, Aberdeen Christian. No threes here for the Knights, no threes for Waubay Summit. Weaker probing, body bump, no whistle, and a rebound on a loose ball picked up underneath by Waubay Summit. The Christian Knights wanted that call. Weaker body bump pretty hard from behind, altered the shot. He shot an air ball and no whistle. Straight away over Weaker, jump shot, no good. Wallaber, and the rebound by Ellis Russell. Halfway through the first, 3-2 Christian. Weaker goes into Clark, cuts through the lane. Now open is Joey, won't shoot it, gives back to Malik. He will, that's gonna be in and out, no. Rebound Johnston, taken away by Caden Clark. And now timeout. Matthew Robach wants to settle things down. 3:49 left in the first here in Summit. Christian up by a point as we stream live on Hub City Radio. Three to two, Aberdeen Christian leading. Rob Waltman back here in Summit. Talked about those undefeated Class A schools. They are Dakota Valley. They are the #1 team, hands in a way. Then Sioux Valley, Rapid City and Sioux Falls Christian, Hot Springs and St. Thomas More, and this club, Waubay Summit, making the jump to Class A this year. I'm sure they're not happy about that. Here is Furman inside of the inbounds, a whistle. Opdahl was in the vicinity. Just their second foul now, and it's going to be on Opdahl. So Furman to the free throw line. 5-minute mark. Ethan Russell tagged with his second foul tonight. Furman cannot get the free throw to go. Opdahl is 0 for 4 from the perimeter. Furman 0 for 2, rebounded by Wallaber. So what a slugfest developing here tonight in Summit. Andrew Brennan up off the bench after the timeout. Johnston driving, dishing, Wallaber baseline. Shot at 16. Here is Opdahl. Furman picks him up. Opdahl crossing over, driving into a triple team. Ball is loose and picked up by Johnston underneath, and he throws it away to Furman. Furman has Weaker ahead, and we have a traveling. This is an intense basketball game, let me tell you. It's early. This is gonna get heated up the more we go. The crowd is into it. The players are into it. A turnover by Aberdeen Christian. Obviously, it's our best basketball game we have streamed all season. We expect that, and it's shaping up to be just that. Opdahl driving left on Furman, wants the shot, gives it up. No shot there for Rumsey. Now goes down into Purdy. Good defense here by the Knights. Opdahl wants a shot away. Here's a steal. Ellis Russell, clear lane to the basket. Has a Mustang chasing, misses it. Missed the second effort by Connor Furman, and a rebound pulled out by Waubay Summit. Wow. 3-2, Aberdeen Christian. 2:40 to go here in the first quarter. See if Opdahl will try something here. Driving inside the little man, Rumsey. Can't get it to go. Malik Weaker upstairs. Rips it out of the air, and here he comes. High stepping across midcourt. Gives to Brennan. Brennan driving. To Ellis Russell. Back out to Weaker. Weaker pulling. 17-footer off the rim, no. And Johnny Johnston with the rebound. Boy, nobody can find the bottom of the net here in the first quarter, but it's been physical, it's been intense. Opdahl can't find a bucket so far, but that won't stop him from shooting into that. Here he is, Furman out on him. Opdahl wants the shot. Backing off with the left hand, shot at 15. Now Joey Johnson picks him up, gives it away. Opposite side, Rumsey, a three. No, Ellis with the rebound. Joey, pardon me. Joey has the headband. They both have the same type of hairstyle. I do get confused. So we are still without Ethan Russell. 2 fouls 3 minutes in. He's on the bench for the rest of the quarter. They're going to have to be really careful here in the second quarter with Russell. Down into Joey, using muscle on Johnston, gets it in. Five to 2, Christian. Joey Johnston, Ellis, and Connor have played most of this quarter. Only one starter on the court for the Christian Knights. It's Malik Weeker, and a 3-2 advantage. Opdahl cutting through, evades Connor Furman, gets his first bucket. Opdahl has 3 of the 4 points for Waubay Summit. Brennan, 15-footer mid-range, got it. 7-4 Christian, 43 seconds to go in the first. Malik Weeker cheering his guys on. Here comes Opdahl. Drives around a double team into a triple, throws it out, baseline, shot not there. Back up to Johnston. Furman picks him up. Knights might get the last shot here of the quarter. Now a drive by Wallaber, and it's picked off by Ellis Russell. So 18 seconds to go in the quarter, and Malik Weeker with a 3-point lead can play it for 1 as he crosses mid-stripe. 13 on the clock. Now 8. This ball's not going to get out of Malik's hand. He's going to take it. Free throw line, 4 and 3. Turning and twisting, shooting an air ball out of bounds, leaving 1 second on the clock. They say it was last touched by Summit. Pardon me. So Ethan Russell checking in and Caden Clark. They reversed the call. They have just reversed the call. Looked like it was going to be night basketball. It'll be Summit, Waubay Summit basketball. Well, they'll get a chance here with a second to go. Low scoring, intense first half, quarter. Well, they just threw it away. Now it's going to be Christian basketball as Wallaber threw it out of bounds. Nobody was there. And now Caden Clark has a chance here to get it to somebody for a last-second shot. Going to be night basketball underneath. 1 second left in the first. 7-4 the lead for Aberdeen. Ethan Russell is back in. What will Caden Clark do? Trying to get it to Weeker. Out to Brennan. Has time. Lets it go. Partially blocked. Partially blocked. That's the end of 1. Intense first quarter here in Summit. The Knights have a 3-point lead as we stream on HubCityRadio.com. 7-4 our score. (7-4) Aberdeen Christian, a slugfest here on the road. Knights won 21 games last year. These Mustangs went 22-4. As we said, it would be a Region 1B battle atop the region, but Waubay Summit has gone to Class A. Hitchcock-Tulare moving into Region 1. Certainly, if they were a B school, they'd be maybe in the top 5, I would think, but they're not in the top 5 in Class A. They have seed point troubles here. Waubay Summit does. They're way, way down there. But they got some tough games coming up, including tonight. Seed points available. Here we go, second quarter. Johnston goes inside on Clark. Ethan Russell back in with 2 fouls, and Andrew Brennan steals it away. Jackson, Weeker, Ethan Russell, Caden Clark, starting 5 back out there with Andrew Brennan. Weeker wants the 3, step back, tough shot off the back iron, no good, and Opdahl has the rebound. Just underway here in the second. Isaacson picking up Opdahl. New man to the game. Here's a 3, not even close. That's Travian Nealon, offensive rebound, Waubay Summit. Nealon, a 6'2 sophomore. Another block. Johnston outside. Caden Clark takes it away. Has Jackson driving off the window, got it. 4 points for Isaacson, both layups off the left side of the paint. And a 5-point lead here in Summit. 9-4 our score, a minute into the second quarter. They have kept Opdahl in check, putting the heat on him. Starting 0 for 4 before he got a jump shot that went in, and Nealon takes another one off the bench and misses badly again. Here comes Aberdeen Christian. Clark feeding Jackson to the rim, opposite side. And he gets another layup. So 3 good drives by Isaacson and a timeout by Waubay Summit. 11-4, Christian leads. We will pause. Timeout on the court as we stream live on HubCityRadio.com. Timeout taken by the Mustangs, 11-4. Christian out in front with their biggest lead. 4-0 outscoring here in the second quarter. Jumper no good by Wallaber. Ethan Russell back in again, 2 fouls, bringing it down. Weaker to the right. Russell will go right around down the lane and get the foul and go to the free throw line. So a strong drive by Ethan, taking it down the right side of the paint. 2 shots here. The foul is on Jonathan Johnston. He's got 2. So their big man has 2 and Russell has 2. Feels like everybody's a little tight yet here tonight. Obviously a huge game, a battle of unbeatens, but you just have that sense the energy level is up there. I think they'll all loosen up as we progress here. Christian maybe has a little bit now. Russell 0 for 2, no. Nealon, newcomer off the bench with the rebound. Opdahl brings it down, gets it right back. Up to Johnston, swing it around. Opdahl on the weak side now, comes up top. Jackson closes him down quickly, no shot there. Johnston, the head fake, stepping back in the corner for 3, no. Tapped out to Opdahl, offensive rebound. Damon driving into a double, in trouble. Clark there defending. Johnston to Nealon. He's 0 for 2. He doesn't want that shot. Gives it right back. Fresh shot clock here for Waubay Summit. So good defense here in the second quarter by the Christian Knights. Not allowing drives, not allowing any good looks at the rim here for Waubay Summit. Long 3. Wallaber, no, nothing falling. Long rebound. Jackson takes it away on the outlet pass by Purdy. Isaacson jumps in the way, and here come the Knights, right to left. 5:20 to go in the second. Jackson another drive. Opdahl defending. He goes down, and a jump ball. Pretty much you would say a packed house here in Summit. As you would expect in this heated matchup tonight. Christian trying to go 9-0 as they await White River tomorrow, but a lot of business to do here before this is over. Connor Furman and an entry pass and a backdoor slip gets an easy bucket. So they've had 4 easy buckets down inside. Jackson and Furman, the damage down in the paint so far early in this one, and a 13-4 lead. Waubay Summit has not scored here in the second, and Opdahl unable to get a shot away. Connor Furman now picks him up. Wants a screen and roll. Jackson on the switch. Down inside, throws to Nealon. Bumps into Johnston. His layup won't go, and Joey rips it out of the air. Malik weaker now. 4:30 to go in the second. Proving works on Nealon. High, off the glass, and it falls in. Wow, what a shot by Malik. First bucket by Weaker. And here come the Knights. All of a sudden, they're in front 15-4. Opdahl spots for 3. He can't buy one tonight. Here's Weaker on the offensive rebound. Looking ahead. Behind the back, left to right. Goes down the lane. Lost it. Opdahl picks it up. And a turnover. Here come Waubay Summit trying to get a bucket here in the second. And Caden Clark says, no, you're going to have to earn them from the free throw line, son. Waubay hammered by Clark. He had one to give there, and he'll go to the free throw line, but still field goalless are the Mustangs here in the quarter. Unbelievable. 4:05 to go in the second. For Caden, that is his second, as he'll join Ethan Russell with 2 fouls, and Jonathan Johnston with 2 fouls as well. Free throw is good. Joey, Connor, Ethan, and Ellis with Malik for the Knights on the court right now here in Summit. 1 of 2 free throws for Waubay. 15-5, a 10-point lead. 1 point in the quarter for Waubay Summit. Johnston up top to Russell. Driving on Opdahl, wants to take him to the rim, and a steal by Damon, and here comes Waubay Summit. He tries another 3. Boy, he's ice cold. He's something for like 0 for 7 from long range. Steal from behind. Russell had it taken away. Waubay sticks his hand in there, and here's Opdahl with the basketball. Johnston will shoot. Now he steps back, avoiding Joey Johnston, or Johnson and Johnson, that is. Missed the shot. Offensive rebound again. On those long shots, they're getting a lot of offensive rebounds. This one taken away from Opdahl. Weaker has it again. 15-5 Aberdeen Christian here on Hub City Radio. Weaker will drive it to the right. Go baseline. Ellis Russell driving, gets to the rim, feeding underneath Ethan Russell. Missed the shot. Out of bounds it goes. And the officials are looking at each other, and they say it's off Waubay Summit. Stays underneath with a fresh shot. So Ethan inside again was toying maybe with his 3rd foul there. They'll get him out briefly. Malik and Jackson out on the perimeter now for the Knights. Johnson, Ellis, Furman. Here's Jackson's 3, no good. I say the Mustangs are ice cold, but you can't say that the Knights are on fire neither, can you? They're getting their points in the paint primarily here tonight. Jump shot straight away. Waubay finally. It's a deuce. He had a foot on the line. 15-7. That's their first bucket in the second quarter. 2:35 left. I did not expect this low-scoring affair. Connor Furman twisting baseline. Shot partially altered by Opdahl out of bounds to Aberdeen Christian. I was expecting some sort of a 60-ish ball game. I don't think we're going to see that tonight at all. Heavyweight slug fight right now. We're late second quarter. Inbounds comes to Weaker. Around a Johnson screen, wants to pull up, knocked away, taken away by Waubay Summit. They've played good defense. Both clubs have, and that's why we're at 15-7 late in the second quarter. Where is Opdahl? Furman picks him up. Free throw line jumper, has to give it off. Shots have been tough to come by here tonight. Wow, driving inside, bad pass. Brennan trying to pick it up, and a reach-in foul is called on Rumsey. So it'll be Christian Knight basketball with 1:56 left here in the first quarter. First half, pardon me. Here we go. Isaacson, Furman, Weaker, Joey Johnson, and Andrew Brennan for the Knights. And an 8-point lead. Hasn't been easy, though. Furman trying to get Weaker open for a shot. Bounce it into Joey. Joey hooking around, offensive foul. Well, it's physical. It is physical here tonight, and the refs are calling a lot. They're on top of everything. It was a good call. He hooked him with his elbow. 1:36 to go. Travion Nealon, a 6'2 sophomore, getting loads of minutes here. He sits down now. That is the only guy they have brought off the bench, and that's the difference. Christian can go so deep. They have an 8-point lead. Backdoor cut passes way off the mark. It hit the upright. And then a foul away from that is going to be on Aberdeen. No, it's going to be on Waubay Summit's Rumsey, I believe. So it'll be Christian basketball. A minute 23 left in the second. Isaac's going to toss in. I don't know, 15 points has to be some sort of a record in this 4-year run for the Christian Knights in the first half. I'm not saying they're playing bad. I'm saying this is a dogfight. I don't remember a game ever this low scoring, 15 points for this quality of a basketball team. Credit the Mustang defense. They are doing what they have to do. Brennan, nobody can get shots away. Driving, feeding. Jackson driving all the way to the hole, spins out. Connor collects it upstairs. Loose ball picked up by Isaacson. Now out to Brennan, feeding Connor. He gets to the rim and gets a left-handed layup. It's a battle in the paint tonight. 17-7, biggest lead. One field goal in the quarter for Waubay Summit as we approach 40 seconds to go. They've held Opdahl in check. He just cannot get shots away, and when he does, they're errant, way off. Opdahl driving, trying to create a shot. No-look pass underneath. There is Rumsey. He can't shoot. Feeds it back out. Now Opdahl, a three, shorts. Rebound, Waubay Summit again. Whistles blow and more fouls, and here comes some free throws for Jackson Wallabur, the junior. Who did they get there? Let's see. Joey Johnson, his second. So we have Johnson with 2, Ethan Russell with 2, Caden Clark with 2 fouls to finish up this first half. And Caden's going to come in. Okay, Ethan is going to come in. Be careful, fellas, not to pick up that third foul here with 21 seconds to go. Foul, the free throw is missed. Despite a 10-point lead, I don't feel safe right now. Do you? I do not. Even though it's a 10-point lead and they only have 7 points, something doesn't feel right tonight. I don't feel safe right now. He's a missed free throw again. We're hoping they could finish this game up early and save some energy for the Corn Palace. That's not going to happen tonight. 7 seconds as Weaker has it. Weaker, a mid-range. Backdoor look to Brennan. He throws it away, picks it back up, and a whistle and a foul. And they say it's a turnover on Aberdeen Christian. He turned it over. I don't know if he called him out of bounds or he called a double dribble, but it's a turnover back to Waubay. And again, they have 1 second, just like the first quarter, to do something here, and that's going to be the end of the half. Wow, what an interesting ball game here in Summit. Folks, stay tuned. This is going to get more heated as we move along here tonight. What will they make as far as changes when they come out in the third quarter? We'll find out. We'll take a break. Aberdeen Christian leading 17-7 as we stream live on HubCityRadio.com at halftime. Well, here we go. The coaches have had a chance now to make their adjustments at halftime. Rob Waltman, Talmadge Conger, mini producer Brian. What a game. 17-7. I was selling Talmadge. You'd have told me that would be the halftime score either way, and I would have lost a lot of money. I would have lost a lot of money on that bet. My goodness, 7 points for Waubay Summit. And one field goal in the second quarter. 17 for the Christian Knights. Who would have thought that? Defense, high energy here in this gym. So what's going to happen here in the third and fourth quarter? Russell with 2 fouls. Caden Clark with 2 fouls. Jackson getting 3 drives. Point blank inside is probably the difference in this ball game for Aberdeen Christian. So the battle of unbeatens continues. Here we go in the third quarter. 10-point lead. Opdahl up top. Jackson Isaacson defending him. Malik Weaker 2 points. Damon Opdahl 2 points apiece in the first half for the All-Staters. Shot clock down to 14. Johnston picked up by Clark way out on the perimeter. He'll drive, step back from 15. Got it. His first bucket for the senior at 6'3" cuts the lead down to 8. Brennan now running the controls up top. Opdahl defending him. Clark comes out. Gives it off to Isaacson. Drives all the way. Floating inside. Won't bite. And the rebound picked up by Purdy. But a good drive again aggressively by Isaacson. That's where they've been getting some success down inside. And that's been the extent of it here this evening. Waubay Summit almost turned it over. Johnston runs out with the shot clock rolling at 22. And saves it. Gives it to Opdahl. Trying to create a shot on Jackson. Partially blocked and taken away by Weaker. Malik wants to push it a little bit. Here he is. Russell on the right side. He'll miss the layup, and Jackson sticks it back up and in. Boy, Jackson Isaacson is doing it all here tonight for Aberdeen Christian. 19-9, 10-point lead, just underway in the third quarter. Defending Opdahl, getting inside, getting offensive rebounds and putbacks for Isaacson. Johnston way off on a long 3. Brennan the rebound coming hot the other way. Brennan through traffic has a 3-on-2. He'll back it off. Now he'll hop inside. He'll feed on a no-look to Caden Clark underneath. Oh, what a beautiful pass by Andrew Brennan. Clark knew it was coming, and he got fouled going up. Brennan is just a joy to watch, how quick and fast and how he can handle that basketball, and almost pulled off a beautiful assist there. Clark now to the free throw line. 10-point advantage. Caden, nobody. Everybody's a little out of kilter tonight shooting. Is it the defense? What is it? Clark usually is money from the free throw line. 10-point lead. Left that one well short. Travion Nealon back in for Waubay Summit. Clark gets 1 of 2. That is the first point tonight for Caden. 11 the lead. Just 9 points here for Waubay Summit, undefeated. Johnston swings around the perimeter. Jackson making sure Opdahl doesn't get the pass on the sideline. Now he does. Can't shoot, no looks it to Nealon, and he gets free but misses. And Ethan Russell with the rebound. Wanting to push now the Knights. That is different. Here's Isaacson. Wow, look at him go. Count the bucket and a chance at a 3-point play. It has been all Isaacson. Jackson Isaacson taking over this basketball game with his strength and his quickness. Getting inside, he's doing damage in the paint. Chance at 3. Foul is called on Nealon. 11 points. I have Isaacson 4. I may have missed a free throw. He might have 12, but he's got half of the points here for the Knights. Without Jackson, this is a much different deal right now. 5.5 to go in the third. 23-9, Aberdeen Christian. Isaacson on Opdahl. Will not let him take that jump shot. He drives, cannot create. Has to dish. Baseline jump shot not there. Passed up by Purdy. They swing it back around, trying to go into Nealon. Shot clock at 8. Opdahl way off. Wow, Isaacson and Weaker in the gang. The boys are covering him. They are taking him right out of this contest. Opdahl having an awful night here in Summit. Another air ball shot. Timeout, Waubay Summit, 5:12 to go in the third, and the Knights giving us a little sigh of relief, leading 23-9 on HubCityRadio.com. (23-9). Rob Waltman back here at Summit. What a defensive showing here for the Knights. Holding this undefeated club to 9 points on their home gym midway through the third quarter of play. And Isaacson has been outstanding. He has been something else to watch. Everybody but Jackson sticking out like a sore thumb a little bit right now. Caden blocking up. There is Isaacson, wide open for a three. Why not? Oh, yes. His first triple. That is the first three for the Knights. Can you believe it? 26-9. Isaacson doing damage. Steal by Weaker. Brennan to the right. Weaker going to pass to Brennan. Head fake going in. The trailer is Clark. It's blocked from behind by Opdahl. Out of bounds to Aberdeen Christian. 9-2 is the run since halftime. Here for the Knights. 4:38 to go. Your television, your computer is not lying. 9 points for Waubay Summit. That is correct. Opdahl with 2 points. Connor Furman to toss into Weaker baseline. Takes a tough 15-footer. Long rebound, volleyballed around. Ellis running for it. Ellis hustling. Ellis had it. Ellis lost it. Back to Waubay Summit in the corner. Joey Johnson, Ethan Russell, Ellis Russell, Malik, and I assume Jackson. Where the heck is Jackson? Oh, it's Connor Furman. Jackson a break. Jackson on the bench, but what a game he's playing defensively, offensively. 26-9, Aberdeen Christian midway through the third. A whistle and a foul, and Malik Weaker was there. Non-shooting. The thing about this Christian club, they have so many weapons. It's unbelievable. If it's not Malik, it's Jackson. If it's not Jackson, it's Ethan. If it's not Ethan, it's Caden. Or the bench, 3-4 guys there. Very, very deep. It's the best Christian club I've seen in this run. Reach in, Joey Johnson out top. And we've seen some good ones, haven't we? This is the best team. Do you agree with that, Talmadge? Yeah. Just because of the depth. I mean, they're really good. And that's saying a lot with Andrew Rohrbach's team that broke through, and Brent Econger, and I'm missing everybody, but wow, they had some teams, did they not? Championship team to DeSmit. This is the best I've seen. Opdahl on the inbounds. Now almost a steal by Ethan Russell. Johnston can't shoot. Clark is in his face. Opdahl defended by Russell, now deep in the corner. Shot clock rolling at 17 here. 9 points. Long three, Wallaber. No, Caden Clark, the rebound off to Russell. The Knights running a little bit here in the third quarter. Russell inside, sneaking in, assist to Malik Weaker. And they have now outscored Waubay Summit 11-2 in the quarter, and the Mustangs call timeout. 28-9, streaming live here on HubCityRadio.com. Warner is leading Potter County 36-18. Some scores. Northwestern up by 3 in the third over Leola Frederick. There's a low-scoring battle there, 19-16. White River is going to get St. Francis Indian tonight. Now you start thinking a little bit about tomorrow night's game with White River, should they have an easy time tonight, and I'm thinking they're going to. How much energy expended here tonight in Summit for tomorrow night's contest for these Christian Knights. They put it all out there tonight. Johnston driving in, nowhere to go. Feeds it back out to Opdahl. He just can't get a shot away. He drives baseline, left hand, hooking in. And a foul on Aberdeen Christian. So that's the only thing Opdahl's been able to do. Try to dance with the basketball and somehow get to the rim and draw a foul as the defensive pressure is altering his shot. Not feeling comfortable at all in the perimeter here tonight. And Opdahl has 2 shots. Foul is on Ellis Russell. That's just the 3rd point for Damon Opdahl here in the ball game. 28-10. They crack double digits now. 11. 3:25 to go in the third. Here comes Jackson Isaacson. He's been all world tonight. Isaacson playing point now. He can play anywhere you put him. Russell driving, lost the basketball. Clark picks it up, keeps it alive. Shot at 21. Back to Ethan Russell, shooting for 3 and knocking one down straight away for Ethan Russell. The second 3 tonight for the Knights is all. 31-11 the score. 3 minutes to go in the third. Opdahl trying to get a look at a 3 on the right side, picked up by Furman quickly. Now no looks it inside to Purdy, and a whistle and a foul and 2 shots. Clark and Russell were there. One of them is going to be tagged with their 3rd now. With this 20-point lead now, we're not so concerned. It's going to be Caden Clark. 2 shots now for Purdy at the line. He's hit 1 of 2 tonight. Missed that one. Doesn't get any easier. 8 of the next 11 for Aberdeen Christian against teams with above 500 records, including tomorrow's White River game, of course. We have Northwestern on the schedule, Del Rapids coming in, Ipswich, Roncalli, Groton, Harriet Selby. Missed it, Opdahl the rebound. Long outlet ahead. Isaacson can't collect it. Out of bounds it goes. Last touch by Waubay Summit. So it'll be Christian basketball underneath their own basket. But look at that schedule. 8 of the next 11. Some really quality competition coming up. The meat of the schedule starts tonight. Inbounds Ethan Russell to Connor Furman. Now to Weaker right side. Back up to Russell. Hit a 3 there. He'll drive it. Feed out to Brennan. Want to reset it now with 16 on the shot. Weaker using a screen by Isaacson. Drives, hangs, off the glass, won't go, and the rebound Opdahl. 31-11. 11-2 here in the third quarter, all Aberdeen Christian. Johnston, good look. Short on the rim, no good. Rebound battled for, Furman had it. Opdahl took it away. Another offensive set for Waubay Summit. Blocked shot by Ethan Russell on Wallaber, and Jackson Isaacson coming the other way. Into Furman, he'll drive, offensive foul. Knocked down Opdahl. Not out of the woods yet. Not out of the woods yet. 20-point lead, but we'll see here how they can finish this 2 minutes off in the third quarter. Connor Furman out. That leaves Brennan, Clark, Russell, Weaker, and Isaacson. And a 20-point lead. Opdahl looking for the shot. Isaacson there spinning into a double team. Open man, Isaacson blocks the shot from the weak side help as Purdy went up. He's doing it all tonight. Wow, what a play by Jackson Isaacson again. Brennan crossing over left to right, down the lane, hanging. Nealon blocks it, and I think he came in out of bounds with the basketball to turn it back over to Waubay Summit. And Jackson was pumped coming the other way. Oh my goodness. Where did that come from? So he's got rebounds, he's got jump shots. He's getting in the lane, he's blocking shots. He's a one-man wrecking crew right now, Jackson Isaacson. If he could only kick the football, that would complete this thing. Put the goalposts up somewhere. I think he can kick a field goal tonight. 20-point lead. Late third quarter, approaching a minute to go. Johnston driving. Look at the double teams by Aberdeen Christian tonight. Way downtown. Opdahl goes off the top of the support, out of bounds. Their doubles have been outstanding. The help defense, the doubles and the triples in the paint, allowing nobody to get an easy look. It's been a display here tonight by the Christian defense. Led by Isaacson. He checks out. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13, 14 points for Jackson. And he's filling up the stat column everywhere else. 1 minute to go. Russell bringing it down at point. Crossing over, driving down the lane. Lost it. Ball is loose. Picked up by Connor Furman. Into the hands of the Mustangs. They want to run the other way. Wallaber driving inside. A whistle and a foul. And Johnston was there. Joey Johnson, rather. With Weaker and Ellis Russell. Who got tagged on this one? I believe Joey. Non-shooting. Wallaber will toss in. 4 points for Waubay in the first quarter, 3 points in the second quarter, 4 points in the third quarter. Opdahl. No. Whistle away from the basketball. I don't have his official stat line, but he's got to be shooting 18%, maybe 21, 22. That's how bad it's been for Opdahl tonight on that Christian defense. He's got 2 points and 2 free throws. I would venture to say Opdahl's numbers are something like 2 out of 10, 2 out of 11 or 12 from the floor. All right. Waubay going to get it here after this whistle underneath. Opdahl taking the shots in an offensive foul as he stuck the elbow out on Connor Furman. And the wheels are off the bus here for the Mustangs. I'm not even sure the bus would start right now. That's how bad it is here for the Mustangs here against these tenacious Knights. 46.7. You like that many? You like that many, producer? He does. Here comes Isaacson. Clear it out. Let him go to the rim. Gives it to Weaker. They'll have to shoot it here. 20 on the shot. Fading is Russell. No, on the rebound backside now. Whistle. Jackson and Ellis there. Ellis Russell picking it up. So we're going to walk the other way and shoot a 1-and-1 with 26.4 seconds to go here in the third. Man, I would have lost everything betting somebody on this 4 points in the third. What's the over/under on that? 7 points and 3 points in the second, and 4 here in the third for Waubay Summit. Man could be very poor if you would have taken some bets tonight. In and out, no good. Opdahl the rebound, trying to get to the rim. No, he cannot buy a bucket, and he goes down hard as Malik Weaker rips it out of the air and comes the other way. Final shot here for the Knights. Brennan up to Weaker. 9 seconds left in the quarter. Opdahl picks Weaker up between rings straight away. Weaker wants him one-on-one. Weaker goes at him strong. Block foul with the body by Opdahl as he goes down. Non-shooting, leaving 2.5 seconds left in the third quarter. Well, they find Isaacson open for a three. That was the best look anybody's had all night. He drained that three right where he's standing in the right corner in this quarter. Let's see how they play it out here. 2.5 seconds to go. Now to Andrew Brennan. He'll drive, have to shoot, lost the ball, will not get a shot away. So we've reached the end of three here in Waubay Summit. A battle of undefeated teams continues. 20-point Christian lead as we stream on HubCityRadio.com. we enter the fourth, 20-point lead, 13-4. The Knights outscored the Waubay Summit Mustangs in that third after an 11-2 run. Things that stand out to me just thinking about it was Jackson's big three in the corner, his block down at the other end and getting to the rim, and his defense. That is the difference in this ball game. So the Knights have possession. Jackson feeds off to Furman, drop it inside. Ethan has a lane, goes reverse, got it. Ethan's got a three. Just 2 threes here for the Knights. Opdahl trying to make something happen, driving through traffic, lost the ball, picks it up, feeds it back out. Wallaber driving and Ethan Russell blocking, but a whistle blows. I'm going to say 2 shots. And the consolation round at the B back in March, it was 56-42. Waubay Summit defeating this club and really took the air out of the Knights in that tournament as they settled for 7th place a year ago. But boy, do they have an attitude this year. They have an attitude about them this year, no doubt about it. This is the last ride for this crew, as you would say. But by no means is this the last ride for Christian. Boy, they're going to be strong next year. Look at the players coming up. 33-11, both free throws are missed. 7:14 to go in the ball game. Waubay Summit does not know what a field goal looks like here in the ball game. It's unbelievable that they have 1 or 2 or 3 field goals in the whole ball game. Maybe 4. I'll count them up, but it's not that many. Opdahl feeding baseline. Nealon will drive. He gets inside for a bucket, his first for the sophomore. 20-point advantage. Connor Furman, Ellis, Ethan Russell on the court, down inside. Jackson, Brennan, Malik underneath. There goes Isaacson down the lane, twisting from left to right, spinning it in off the window, and he has just done everything again. Everything for Jackson Isaacson has been perfect tonight. Best game I have seen him play in a long, long time. And they will need more of that tomorrow night against White River. 35-13, jump shot good, fading from the free throw line. Wallaber gets his second bucket to drop. Back to a 20-point lead with 6 minutes to go. Brennan holds it above the circle, calls out the play. Jackson to his right. They want to play faster here. They did pick the tempo up in the third quarter. No look inside. Ethan spinning underneath, and easy bucket by Ethan Russell. So now here come the Knights, and Waubay Summit has flat run out of gas. They have just expelled everything. Knights now getting easy looks, doing what they want as Nealon pops a 3 and hits. Well, Travion Nealon, good-looking player off the bench. 37-18. But I think Waubay is just gassed by this defensive pressure here tonight by the Knights. Brennan feeds out to Weaker. Backs it out with 18 on the shot clock. High Furman screen. Weaker probing at the free throw line, then feeding Furman. There's a chance at a 3-point play for Connor Furman. Another assist by Malik Weaker. Connor Furman trying to get 40 on the board here tonight. Probably a season low in point production, but throw that out the window. It's been very impressive defensively. 39-18, 5-minute mark in the fourth. Opdahl's best look. Furman closes. He got a piece of that basketball. Then the whistles blew. What is the call here? Is it a call? It's got to be on Furman, I would think. Yeah, 3 shots. Yep. He closed quickly on Opdahl. Got a piece of the ball and then a piece of the arm, and 3 shots here for Damon. Well, we said Waubay Summit needs seed points in Class A now. All the top undefeated teams are 45-46 seed points. Waubay Summit down there at about 20th or so and 42 seed points. They need to get some numbers established, and they'll get a few more tonight, but Aberdeen Christian's going to come away with 52 seed points. So he sinks 3 in a row. Easiest looks he's had all night, 39-21. Under 5 to go. Isaacson, he's been a joy to watch tonight. He has it, left side. Skip pass over to Weaker, catching it, tippy-toeing, back out to Ethan Russell, and he stepped out of bounds. No, they got a timeout in before the play went south. So we'll pause here with 4:41 to go here in Summit. It is 39-21. Aberdeen Christian throttling Waubay Summit. Welcome back here. Rob Waltman, Talma G. Conger, mini producer here in Summit. Well, we saw all the 1,000-point balls being handed out over the past couple of weeks to the Knights. Malik and Ethan and Jackson. They did that here in Waubay. I didn't see it, but I'm sure Damon Opdahl got one, and probably Jonathan. So look at all the scores from these two clubs out of Region 1 in Class B over the last many years. Well, Jackson was driving baseline. The whistle blew. Did he travel? He traveled. Turn it over to Waubay Summit. Going to be too little, too late here for the Mustangs. Opdahl trying to get a shot away, driving on Furman. Intent to go to the rim, and a whistle and a foul. Whistle and a foul again as Furman is there. Well, I guess they could certainly drive and get to the free throw line and make this interesting. There is time for that. But if they want to play half court with these Knights, no chance. Not this year. They lost the big fella last year. And that is a huge difference in this Waubay Summit club this year. There's his 4th in a row. He was some 6'5" down inside for Waubay Summit a year ago. Do not have that luxury this year. Opdahl hits another one. Just a field goal and 6 or 7 free throws for Opdahl. 17 is the lead now. And now reach in. And the foul as Weaker went baseline. That could be a 1-and-1 for Malik. I think it was Travian Nealon. So tomorrow night at the Corn Palace, a host of games, and I was told the 7 o'clock, right? Saturday, pardon me. Malik gets the first Saturday. What is today? Yeah, okay. On Saturday, they do get a break. I was thinking back-to-back here, Talmadge. Malik, a couple of free throws. So they'll return home, and Saturday at the Corn Palace, 7 o'clock tip with White River Saturday night. 42-23, Aberdeen Christian. Opdahl wants a clear out, wants to drive, do something. No, he'll give it back up. Straight away, 3 by Rumsky, no good. Jackson the rebound ahead to Caden Clark. He'll slow it down and give it to Malik Weaker. Deep 3. Hold on, Malik. He was going to shoot that. Give it to Jackson driving down the lane. Ball is tipped up in the air by Ethan, won't fall, and here comes Damon Opdahl on the run, and a whistle again. More shots for Opdahl at the free throw line. I imagine if they could close this to single digits with under 2 minutes ago, it might get interesting here. If they can keep the clock stopped and get free throws. Opdahl again. 8 straight free throws for Opdahl. Just a bucket, though. No threes. 9 in a row for Damon Opdahl. 42-25. Jackson Isaacson in the corner, running a little triangle out top, trying to feed Jackson on a cut, picked up by Ethan Russell, spinning, trying to put it in, and he does. Tough bucket. A physical putback by Ethan Russell there. 44-25. Opdahl again wants to try to make something. He can try to get to foul line again. That's all he can do. Here's Nealon. He hit a three in the opposite corner. That one long, no good. Connor Furman pulls it down with 2 hands. Ahead to Weaker. Malik will bring it out. Use some clock here with 3 minutes to go in the ball game. 44-25 is the score. Very odd first half. And the Knights picking up the tempo here in the third, using their brute force to get to the lane. Just like that, Ethan Russell floats above everybody, hooks it in with the right hand or left hand, coming from the right side of the paint. A very, very tough move, made it look easy. 21, the biggest lead here tonight. Baseline spin, jumper, Wallaber. He's fouled. 2 shots. Caden Clark. That could be his 4th foul. Let's see. Oh, that's his 5th. Caden Clark, the magician, has just fouled out. So, Caden is out. Andrew Brennan comes in with 2:22 to go. Wallaber for the free throws. This will be a 1 and 1. 2 shots, I think, yeah. Well, if you're Waubay Summit, you're like, holy smokes. I mean, really, it's a Class B school. The enrollment went up. Now they're playing Class A, and they still playing a Class B heavy schedule. But payback time from the B has arrived here tonight, for sure. 1 of 2 from the line. Here come the Knights on offense. Andrew hanging, throwing it up to the free throw line, swing it around to Malik. 16 shot. See what Jackson will do here. It's been his night. Weaker with the shoulder fake, driving into a double team, lost the ball, out of bounds it goes. Last touched by Nealon, leaving 6 on the shot clock for the Knights. Minute 53 left here in the 4th. Malik tosses in, Furman out to Ethan. He'll have to shoot with 3 on the clock. It won't bite, and the rebound by Opdahl. And a body bump by Brennan. Free throws for Damon Opdahl again. Andrew's arguing, wait a second here, fella. Got him with the shoulder. He didn't like that. So it's Brennan, Russell, Furman, Isaacson, and Malik Weaker to finish this minute 45. There's Opdahl, hasn't missed from the free throw line. Hits another one. If this was the Region 1B matchup it used to be, whoa. Both coming in undefeated, and you got Northwestern in the mix. My goodness. Weaker driving it off, left side. Jackson's pass picked off by Opdahl, picked right back up by Malik Weaker, and then knocked away by Johnston, picked back up by Weaker. Shot clock now at 12 as Weaker comes the other way. Andrew driving all the way to the rim. Andrew Brennan slicing down the lane. And the little man gets inside for a chance at a three-point play. Oh, what a play by Andrew. He is lightning quick. 48-28. Brennan has 1. 4 points for Andrew. The chance for his 5th. Got it. 49-28. 1:14 to go. Opdahl trying to create a foul. Again, hanging, can't hit a mid-range. Out of bounds. It's last touch by Christian. 1:08 to go here in the 4th. So we will rejoin you again, I believe, Monday. We have a game in Warner that we should stream. We think we'll stream. And then I think Harriet Selby. We got quite a few here that we're going to get to you in the next couple of weeks. Myself and Dave Palmer, we'll be busy. Brennan again, driving, dishing. Connor Furman, head fake, puts it up. Got two guys to bite and go fly by him. And then the easy bucket and the assist by Brennan. 51-28. Jumper hit by Wallaber. Timeout taken here at Waubay Summit. 51-30. The bench is going to be cleared here. Should we stay right here? We'll stay right here. Here come a host of Mustang Summit subs. And I'm sure the Knights will pull the dogs off as well. So Jackson Isaacson, I'm going to count him up. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 is what I have him. He may have 17. I might have missed a free throw. 16 points. The defense, the rebounds, the assists. I mean, it was just an all-around game by the senior. Russell, 2, 4, 6, 8. He has like 11 points. Furman with 6 points. Weaker with 3 free throws and a field goal. But that's the luxury of this team. They have weapons. Next man up. Who's going to do the damage tonight? Becker Bosma, a 6'4 freshman, comes in and hits a jumper straight away from 15 feet. And that's going to do it. 53-30 unless this goes in, and it will not. Rebounded by Ellis Russell. 5 seconds to go. And a steal out top by Waubay Summit. They'll heave a 3 at the horn, and that's it. 53-30 is our final here in a slugfest in Summit. Boy, Waubay Summit's going to look deep in their souls and go, what happened? They are just that good. That's all you can say. Aberdeen Christian, they're just that good. White River coming up on Saturday. All right, Mr. Producer, do we need to exit out quickly? We shall. Thanks for joining us on this live stream, courtesy of HubCityRadio.com. Our final here tonight, Aberdeen Christian 53 and Waubay Summit 30. Good night from Summit.